Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are going to discuss the topic which is consistently in the news for past few days, and there is a lot of debate among the experts regarding that issue. And the topic is depreciation of rupee. Depreciation of rupee. In the beginning of December 2024, rupee against US dollar was 82 rupees approximately. But now it reached to where? It reached to 86 and almost reaching towards 87. And some experts believe that maybe rupee further slide to 95 to 96 rupees by the mid of 2025. That is their speculation. Fine. So in that context, we have to understand why there is a depreciation of rupee in the recent time and why RBI is allowing that. Okay, why RBI is allowing that. So let's discuss how it is happening, why it is happening, and is it true where RBI is allowing the depreciation of the rupee or not. Let's understand this thing. In order to understand all these things, first thing which we have to understand is how exchange rate works. Okay, how exchange rate works. So when we talk about exchange rate, so basically there are two types of exchange rates. One is fixed exchange rate. Fixed exchange rate, and other is floating exchange rate. So in the fixed exchange rate, for example, if a country like India, if India is going to follow fixed exchange rate, India is going to fix the value of rupee. Suppose that India have fixed this value. $1 is equal to how much? $1 is equal to 82 rupees. So in order to maintain $1 is equal to 82 rupees, okay, in order to maintain $1 is equal to 82 rupees, RBI will sell and purchase dollar in the way so that this can be maintained. So RBI will intervene in the demand and supply of dollar in such a way so that it can maintain how much? It can maintain $1 is equal to 82 rupees. Example. Suppose there is a huge demand of dollar in the market, and because the demand of the dollar is increased, might be rupees slide to how much? 84 rupees. But what RBI will do? If $1 is going towards 84 rupees, then RBI will start selling the dollar at $1 is equal to 82 rupees. So market is selling at 84, RBI will start selling at how much? 82 rupees. So automatically those who need dollar, they will purchase from whom? RBI. So in this way, RBI will fix $1 is equal to 82. Now suppose there is a weak demand of the dollar. People are not demanding dollar as much as they are earlier demanding. And now $1 reached to how much? 80 rupees. At this time, RBI will start purchasing the dollar. Market is selling the dollar at what price? Market is purchasing or selling the dollar at 80 rupees, but RBI will start purchasing dollar at 82 rupees. So others are selling at what price? Others are selling at 80 rupees, but RBI is ready to purchase at what? 82 rupees. So those who are having the dollar, they will sell to whom? They will sell their dollar to RBI. So in this way, by selling and purchasing, RBI will make sure that rupee should be at what price? 82 rupees. So fixed exchange rate always make sure that कि there should be a fixed value of their currency against US dollar, then this exchange rate system called as what? Fixed exchange rate system. Fine. So in order to maintain a fixed exchange rate, central bank is actively selling and purchasing the dollar in a way so that it can stabilize demand and supply to maintain a fixed exchange rate. Fine. The other type of exchange rate, which is known as what? Floating exchange rate. Floating exchange rate means what? Central bank will not try to have a fixed value. RBI or central bank will not try to have a fixed value. Whatever the market force of demand and supply is there, accordingly value of rupee will be there. So if market demand is rising, means if the demand of the dollar is rising, rupee will start depreciating. If the dollar's demand is decreasing, rupee will start appreciating. So central bank is not going to intervene in order to change the value of the currency. It is purely based on what? It is purely based on market demand and supply. Fine. So this is called what? This is called free floating. Fine. So what RBI exactly do? Is it free floating or it is fixed exchange rate system? RBI took both of them. RBI took both of them and RBI called it as a managed floating. Sometimes it is also called as dirty floating. Fine, dirty floating. In that, what central bank will do? For example, if $1 is equal to 82 rupees, then RBI will allow rupees value either appreciate or depreciate to certain extent. But if value is going to go beyond these brackets, then RBI will start intervening in the market. How? Suppose $1 is equal to 82, it is reaching to 81. Fine? Because weak demand of the dollar, rupees value is appreciating and $1 is equal to what? 81 rupees. Or because of the excess demand of the dollar in the market, it is reaching towards 84. Central bank will not intervene. So they will allow some changes. But if it is going to beyond certain point, then central bank will start intervening. Central bank will start intervening in order to make sure that the value of the dollar should be in the brackets only. So such type of system is known as managed floating or dirty floating. So like many of the developing countries, India also opted for what? Also opted for managed floating. Fine. Though we call it's a free floating, but actually when free floating is there and there is a huge change in the value of the rupee, either upwards or downwards, then RBI will intervene to stabilize it. Fine. So this is called managed floating. And if you will see the history, whenever it is going to up to 2 rupees, means if the value is 82 and it is reaching towards 85, RBI have started intervening to stabilize somewhere around 82 rupees. If value is going towards 80, RBI again intervenes, stabilizing at what? 82 rupees. So this is what happening for past 1.5 years. Means the value of $1 is rallying between what? 81 to 83, 81 to 83 for past 1.5 years. But from December mid onwards, rupee is consistently sliding from 82 to 84. Now even it reached to what? 86. And RBI is not doing any substantive steps in order to put rupee back in the bracket of what? 82. And this is why everyone is puzzling. Everyone is getting puzzled. Why RBI is not doing the intervention and RBI is allowing the depreciation of the rupee. Fine. So first, let's understand what are the reasons for the depreciation. Then we will understand why RBI is allowing that. Okay. First, understand what are the reasons for that. Then we will understand why, because of this, RBI is not intervening and RBI is allowing depreciation of the rupee. Okay. So first, the reasons for the depreciation. Reasons for depreciation. Few reasons, like basically entire world trade is dominated by greenbacks, that is US dollar. In fact, more than 78% of the trade and commerce of the world is happening in what? US dollar. So dollar is a dominating currency. Okay, one factor. And US dollar is a domestic currency of what? US. So if anything is going to happen in the US economy, then they will try to change the dollar's availability for their domestic economy. Okay, like rupee. So rupee is our domestic economy. Fine. And now inflation is rising. So when inflation rises, what RBI do? RBI will start decreasing the supply of rupee so that inflation can be put under control. But decreased supply of the rupee is not going to impact world economy. Why? Because rupee is not being used for the trade and commerce. But dollar is used. So if any change in the US economy will be there and their central bank is going to change the liquidity, then definitely it is going to impact entire world's exchange rate system and world's economy. Fine. So this is the basic principle. Now see what happens in last 6 months. In last 6 months, it was found that inflation was on rise. So US Federal Reserve have tried to control the inflation. But when election was about to happen and Donald Trump confirmed that he is going to run for the presidentialship, and he was very clear that US economy need to be rebound, and he have made this thing explicitly that America first policy and I will come to the power, then I will revive America's golden age. What he said in his inaugural speech. Fine. So he want to revive the economy. Revival of the economy means they want more and more investments at where? US itself. So investments in US going to be little bit more attractive. So this is why those investors who are investing in emerging market economies. Fine. Emerging market economies, they are investing there earlier. But since US president, fine, he have clear of the thought in his mind that no, we have to revive our economy. So many of the foreign investors who are investing in the emerging market economy, they started pulling out of their money from the emerging market, like India, especially like India. They started pulling out their money from India and they are routing their money to what? They are routing from India to US market. This concept is known as capital flight. So because foreign investors are withdrawing their money from the market. So because of that, there is a huge demand of the dollar and less supply of the dollar in the Indian economy. And because the demand is rising and supply is decreasing. Why? Because foreign investors are taking out of their dollar, and because of that, there is a pressure on the rupee, and rupee starts what? Depreciating. Fine. One reason. Because of what? Capital flights. Why capital flight? One reason for the capital flight is because investors are feeling that investing in the US is going to be more attractive than investing it where? India. And that is why they are withdrawing their dollar from Indian market, and they are putting that money back to where? US economy. And that is called as what? Capital flight. Okay. Another reason. If you'll see that the data of Indian economy of past 2 quarters, fine. So there is a decline in the Indian economy also. So because Indian economy is also downsizing, fine, downsizing, the growth is slowing down. And those who are optimistic to invest in the Indian market, now they are seeing that because Indian economy is what? Indian economy is slowing down. And if economy will slow down, our investment will be in India is not going to provide us good dividend. And because of that reason also, they are taking their money out of what? India. So 2 reasons. One, US economy is getting more attractive because of president's promise that we are going to do a lot of things to make America better again and to revive economy. And that is why investors looking a good opportunity or better opportunity at where? US. And that is why they are withdrawing their money. Another reason, because Indian economy is also slowing down. The growth which was projected or estimated, we are performing little bit lower than that. And that is why some negative perception among the foreign investor is there. And that is why also they are pulling out of their money. Fine. So these are the 2 reasons why there is a pressure on rupee and why rupee is depreciating. Fine. Rupee is depreciating. Now, if rupee is depreciating, fine, rupee is depreciating. How rupee is depreciating? Suppose that because of what? Because of capital flight and low performance of the Indian economy, the dollar which was 82 rupees, because of what? Because of capital flight rupee is sliding towards where? 85. If this will happen, what RBI can do? Reserve Bank of India have its foreign currency reserve, what we call as a forex. Foreign currency reserve is called as forex. Fine. So we have a forex, foreign currency reserve, and we saw that $1 which was at 82, now going towards where? 85. And we want to stabilize it at where? 84 rupees. So in the market of foreign currency, $1 is sold at what price? 85 rupees. $1 is sold at 85 rupees. But what RBI did, RBI used its foreign reserve. RBI will use its foreign reserve and RBI will start selling $1 at how much? 84 rupees. Market is selling at what price? 85. RBI will start selling at what price? 84 rupees. Why? Because RBI want to settle $1 at what price? $1 at 84. Once it will be 84, RBI will start selling at what price? RBI will start selling at 83. Fine. Or 82. In this way, what you can do? You can prevent the depreciation of rupee. And RBI did this thing in the past. Whenever there is a more pressure on the rupee, RBI did this thing in the past in order to maintain the proper value of rupee. But this time, from December mid onwards, RBI not doing this. RBI is not doing this. Now, why RBI have changed its stance? Earlier, RBI was making sure that we will not allow too much depreciation of the rupee at any cost. But RBI have changed its stance. Now RBI is allowing the depreciation of the rupee. Fine. Now let's try to find what are the reasons why RBI have allowed this thing. Interestingly, all leading newspapers like Business Standard, Business Line, Financial Express, The Mint, all of them, they are writing articles, and even they have tried to have a contact with the RBI deputy governor or something like that. They have sent a mail. As I reading the articles in the various newspaper, and they have mentioned that we have sent a mail to RBI, but that mail was not answered. And what was the mail? They are seeking what actually RBI want. Why RBI is allowing this? Why RBI was not allowing earlier, and why RBI is allowing this right now? They want to know. But RBI is remain tight-lipped. RBI is not making any kind of statement on this matter. But it is properly evident that RBI is not intervening in the market, and that is why rupee's value is sliding to 86 to what? 87, and some people feel that it may slide to what? Even at 95 rupees. Okay, I have explained why it is sliding. Now understand why RBI is allowing that slide. Fine. Why RBI is allowing that depreciation? So there are few theories, because RBI have not explicitly made any formal statement in this regard. So we can just speculate what are the possible reasons, and there are some very strong reasons behind that. For example, as I said that once $1 which was at 82 rupees reached to 85 rupees. Fine, reached to 85 rupees. And RBI want to store it at what price? Suppose that 84 rupees. RBI want to make sure that the exchange rate should be at what? $1 is equal to 84. For that purpose, what RBI will do? RBI will use its forex and sell the dollar at 84 rupees. Right? This is what I told you. In this process, what will happen? RBI will sell the dollar and take what? Rupee. So in market, what will happen? In market, what will happen? Market will receive what? Market will receive $1. But market will give up what? Market will give 84 rupees. So if RBI will intervene in order to stabilize rupee, understand carefully. If RBI want to stabilize what? If RBI want to stabilize rupee, then RBI have to sell the dollar at lower price. For example, it is at 85, or you can consider at what? 86. The price right now. And RBI want to make it at what? 84 rupees. Fine, then what RBI have to do? Market is selling at 86, RBI want at what? 84. So RBI have to use its foreign reserve, and with that foreign reserve, RBI is going to sell at what price? 84 rupees. Fine. In this process, what will happen? Market will receive $1, but that 84 rupees which was in the market, it will be absorbed by whom? RBI. It will be absorbed by whom? RBI. So in the market, liquidity of rupee will decrease. Rupee liquidity will what? Decrease. So rupee liquidity will decrease. Fine. If RBI will intervene, RBI will able to stabilize exchange rate. But in order to stabilize the exchange rate, RBI have to purchase $1 at what price? 84 rupees. So RBI will give $1, but at the same time, it will absorb 84 rupees from the market to in its vault. So the rupee liquidity will what? Decrease. And because rupee liquidity is going to decrease, then what will happen? Industries, see, liquidity and interest rates, they are in inverse proportion. Interest rate is inversely proportional to what? Liquidity. So if liquidity will decrease, interest rates will be what? Increase. Means you have to pay more in order to get the money. So already Indian economy is sliding. Fine. Growth rate is what? GDP growth rate is going down. And government is consistently saying that we need more money in the economy, we need more money in the economy, and you have to decrease the interest rate. But if RBI will intervene in the foreign exchange market, then what will happen? Liquidity in the Indian economy will further decrease. And because liquidity will further decrease, interest rate will increase, and overall GDP growth rate is also going to be what? Get impacted. So if RBI will try to stabilize $1 to 82 or 84 rupees, RBI have to intervene in the market. How? RBI will sell the dollar, fine, at lower price, but by selling, they will soak what? They will soak whatever the liquidity is there. And if the liquidity will decrease, interest rates will what? Increase. And if the interest rate will increase, borrowing will be more costly. If borrowing will be more costly, then production companies have to pay more and their profitability will what? Decrease. Fine. And in this way, GDP growth rate will what? Further decrease. And this is why it is said that RBI do not want to intervene in the market, because RBI's intervention in the market will further decrease what? Rupees liquidity. Okay. So this is one reason they have cited. This is one reason why RBI is not willing to intervene in the market. Second reason they are saying that RBI is not willing to further deplete what? Foreign currency reserve. If you'll see that from September onwards, our foreign currency reserve is what? Consistently decreasing. At time it was reaching somewhere around $700 billion. But now it is $627 billion, something around that. I'm not exactly sure, but it is decreased to that extent. And RBI do not want to decrease foreign currency reserve further. Why? Because foreign currency reserves are a cushion to face any kind of the financial crisis. For example, in 1991, when we have seen the balance of payment crisis, India was having only $6 billion in their reserves. $6 billion. And that have pressurized India to reach where? IMF for bailout package. So foreign currency reserve always works as a cushion. Fine. So RBI do not want to deplete their foreign currency reserve. This is why also RBI is not interested to intervene. Second reason. But this is not very strong reason. First reason is very strong reason, where if RBI will intervene, rupee liquidity will decrease in the market, interest rates will increase, and it will further negatively impact economy. This is why RBI was not interested. And second reason, RBI do not want to further decrease their foreign currency reserve. Why? Because if RBI will try to maintain the exchange rate, RBI have to what? RBI have to give up the dollar and provide in the market. So RBI do not want to decrease their foreign currency reserve. Second reason. Third reason, if you will see the world economy, most of the developing countries' currency is what? Depreciating against US dollar. It is not Indian rupee, but other countries' currency is also depreciating. Fine. Other countries' currency is also depreciating. So if other countries' currency is also depreciating, for example, we can take the example of ASEAN countries. Fine. ASEAN countries and India. So if ASEAN countries' economy, just for your understanding, suppose that A, B, C, D and E. 5 countries are there. Okay. And all these countries' economy, and against $1, it is supposed at 70 rupees, it is at 80 rupees, it is at 90 rupees, it is at 75 rupees, and it is at 85 rupees. Fine. All these 5 countries have what? All these 5 countries have rupee as a currency. Fine. All these countries have a rupee as a currency. Now what happened? Suppose that this country, B, their currency is depreciating and other countries' currency is also depreciating. Other countries' currency depreciated to 78 rupees. Fine. This depreciated to 95 rupees. This depreciated to 82 rupees. This depreciated to 90 rupees. But when this currency was about to depreciate, fine, their central bank intervened. It was about to depreciate what? It was about to depreciate 86 rupees. Okay. But their central bank intervened and it make it to what? 82 rupees. Now, other countries' currency depreciated. Fine. But Indian currency, means country B's currency, also want to depreciate, but central bank intervenes. And central bank intervenes and maintain the exchange rate value of what? 82. Now, if all these countries are going for export, so other countries are going to have an edge in the export. Why? Why they will have the edge in the export? Because when this country was selling any good at $1, earlier they are receiving how much? 70. Now they will receive how much? 78. So their exporter even decrease the price in order to make their product more competitive in the international market. Fine. So depreciation in the rupee will allow exports more competitive, positive side. But import become what? More costly. Import become costly, but exports become more competitive in the nature. Fine. Why? Because earlier when you are selling a product in the international market, you are getting how much? $1 means you are getting 70 rupees. But now you will get how much? 78 rupees. So what experts believe that कि RBI found that कि strict control over the rupee. The strict control over the rupee by RBI have missed the opportunity in the exports. Why? Because RBI is putting tight control over the rupee's value and not allowing rupee to depreciate like other Asian countries' economy and their currency. So they are getting export advantage. Why? Because when their currency is depreciated, they can sell their product at a ever lower price and they can get an edge in what? Exports. And because India's RBI is not allowing the depreciation too much, and this is why India is not having exports advantage. But if RBI will allow the depreciation, then exports will be more attractive. Fine. So this is third theory. Why RBI is allowing depreciation of the rupee? First reason why RBI is allowing the depreciation of the rupee. RBI is allowing depreciation of the rupee for what purpose? Because RBI feels that कि there is a need to go for it. Why? Because if rupee will further depreciate, it will not need to go for intervention in the market, and RBI's intervention in the market will go for what? Increase in the interest rate in the Indian economy. So this is one purpose. Second purpose, RBI do not lose their foreign currency reserve. Third purpose is RBI want exports should be more competitive. But at what cost? If $1 is equal to 86 rupees, definitely our exporter who was selling any product at $10, earlier he was getting how much? 820 rupees. Now he will get what? 860 rupees. So definitely exporter is having advantage. But similarly, imports are going to be costly. Imports are going to be what? Costly. So this is why it is feel that कि maybe RBI is looking forward to promote exports, and this is why to certain extent RBI is allowing the depreciation of the rupee even at the cost of what? Rising imports. Fine. And as you know that Yesterday, day before yesterday, when Mr. Donald Trump have resumed the office of US president, then what happened? He said that we are going to allow oil exploration and oil export from the US. So if US is also going to export the crude oil, so in the market, the price of crude oil will start decreasing. Why? Because excess rise in what? Supply of the crude oil. OPEC countries are supplying, US is also start increasing the production. So if US will increase the production of crude oil, then entire world economy is going to have more crude oil. So more crude oil means the price of crude oil is going to what? Decrease. So if the price of crude oil is going to decrease, then the import will be not too much costly, but we can have an edge in what? We can have edge in the exports. So this is why RBI may be allowing depreciation of the rupee. 3 reasons. 1, again I am repeating. First of all, let's summarize. Why it is depreciating? Because of what? Because of capital flows. US economy is showing more prospect. Fine. Second, Indian economy is what? Indian economy is in the downsize. So these are the 2 reasons why rupee is depreciating. Now, why RBI is allowing to this depreciation? Because RBI want to make sure that if RBI will intervene to manage the rupee, then the liquidity of rupee will decrease and interest will increase, and it will negatively impact what? Economy. Second, RBI do not want to lose the foreign currency reserve. Third, RBI want to promote exports. So these are the 3 possible reasons why RBI is not intervening. Fine. So I have explained all these things. Certain technical terms may be very important from your prelims point of view, like what is dirty floating, what is managed floating, fine, and capital flights, and how this exchange rate is managed, what are the possible reasons or what are the possible advantages and disadvantages for that. Fine. So these are the things. Okay. So I hope you have understood this entire thing. And if you want to know any concept in detail, please make the comment in the comment section and let me know. I will make a detailed video on that also to increase your understanding. As prelims is also about to approach, and today UPSC have also given a notification for Civil Services 2025. Go to that notification. Around 950 seats are there, 947 seats are there. Fine. So you can start your preparation, and any crucial concept which is bothering you and you want to know from us, we are ready to help you at CSB Academy. We will definitely provide you the detailed understanding about that concept. Okay.